I'm Mike Mangov. Welcome to the 2018 autumn edition of my show, Sports Rant, on Wasaga Beach TV. Well, another baseball season is behind us, with the Blue Jays a full 35 games behind the World Series winning Boston Red Sox. However, the biggest losers this year would be the Jays fans. Imagine buying tickets from scalpers who are colluding with the team to rip off the people who pay them. An investigation concluded the team was given a commission from ticket resellers who purchased almost half the opening day tickets, then marked up the price an average of 205% of their face value. The ticket resellers then shared the profit from these sales to the Jays. Team president Mark Shapiro, is that like Igor and Igor? Walk this way, said the home opener would be the highest revenue game in history of the Skydome. Oh, sorry, I mean the Rogers Center. Yes, I said Skydome. Built and mainly funded by taxpayers in 1989 for $600 million, which was then purchased by Rogers Communications in 2005 for $25 million. Don't get me wrong, I used to be a Toronto baseball fan. I mean, I could tell you where I was when the Jays played their original opening game in 1977, and exactly where I was when they won the World Series in both 1992 and 1993. You know, I think the writing on the wall for this team is when they failed to sign Edward Encarnacion in 2017. Oh boy. Canadian Indy driver Robert Wickens was seriously injured in a horrific crash during the race in Philadelphia, where his car helicoptered into the catch fence.
Canada's Robert Wickens. Oh, that's going to be tight through there. Oh, early touch. Oh, my God. Oh, that's Robert Wickens. And his teammate is into him as well, James Hinchcliffe. That was ugly. That was frightening.
Big impact.
This crash has left him a paraplegic. However, he remains hopeful that he will eventually learn to use his legs again. You know, each year the cars, the safety equipment, the helmets, the racetrack itself are being improved. However, they're still using the same catch fence, poles and cables, originally designed in 1884. Speaking of speed, the evolution of the human species continues to evolve. The world's fastest man, Usain Bolt, who happened to win the marketing lottery on last names, holds the fastest 100 meters in history at 9.85 seconds. That's meters, not yards for my American friends. Anyways, Bolt holds both the 100 and 200 meter records and remains the fastest human ever. Now, I seem to recall a race with a famous Canadian in 1988 who also set a record of 9.79 seconds for 100 meters. However, that medal was stripped due to a drug test that found steroids in his system. Ben Johnson then forfeited his medal to the second place finisher Carl Lewis, who happened to be also on steroids, just better ones that our guy Johnson had in his system. To add insult to injury, the federal government establishes the Dubbin Inquiry, which managed to spend close to $4 million in 1988 value to prove what everyone else competing already knew. Close to 80% of the athletes were all cheating. Only in Canada do we spend stupid amounts of money on why we can't compete at the same level as all the other cheaters. On a side note, the women's 100 and 200 meter record holder is Florence Griffith Joyner, who mysteriously died in her sleep at 38 years old. Maybe the Americans can learn something from the Germans on women's body chemistry and enhancements. Oh, and don't get me started on Lance Armstrong. Brazilian. I'm going to get a Brazilian. Sorry, buddy.
How many's in a Brazilian?
Brazilian.
One Brazilian surface.
Brazilian surfer Rodrigo Coxa has broken the world record for the tallest wave surfed off the coast of Portugal earlier this year. Just to put things into perspective, behind him is 1,000 tons of water. It's a wonder how he can get his wetsuit on with the size of his cojones. Couple more things. Raptors are doing well after trading DeMar DeRozan for Kawhi Leonard. I'll bet he's not afraid of the big bad LeBron. I guess we'll see soon enough. And just before this recording, the Toronto Maple Leafs have signed Willie Nylander for $6.9 million per year for 6 years. Oh man, I wish I were Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner's agents about this time next year. This is Mike Mangov reporting for Wasaga Beach TV saying, give Ben Johnson his gold medal back. I'm out of here.